And I, stupid girl, answered, how you may remember this? It was 7 years ago. For me, these 7 years, it was very big distance. So I want to say that after the war, I went to school, I had new friends. Finally, we came to Warsaw. After certain few years, we live again in Warsaw. So, how to say, I not only did not remember nothing from this, what was before the war. I did not remember the family. Grandmother, I saw her maybe once, maybe 2 times. So I live from the beginning.
Ok, mi pregunta es que si alguna vez pensó mudarse a Israel.
Czy myślałaś kiedyś o wyjeździe na przykład w Izraelu?
No. I like very much Israel. I was visited Israel, but to live there, well, I have my own country, and you know, I like, even if I am physicist, I like very much to write, to translate. I translated some books. I like Polish language. This is my language, my country. I never, you know, I have spent few times, I may say even now years, in Italy, because I had a collaboration, scientific collaboration with them. For me, this country is beautiful. I like very much this country, but I live in Poland.
Bueno.
Quiero aclararles algo que tal vez les abra la perspectiva.
Sí.
Desde que acabó la guerra, se encargaron, el hermano y la madre, se encargaron de ocultarle a Alexandra que eran judíos, porque les daba pánico. Entonces Alejandra no sabía que era judía, hasta que lo descubrió en la década de los 80. Es decir, la mayoría de su vida vivió sin saber que era judía. Entonces, más bien, ¿qué sientes cuando de repente te enteras que eres judía y toda tu vida te lo ocultaron? ¿No? No sé si quieren hacer una pregunta por ahí. ¿Qué sintió cuando se enteró que era judía?
Co poczułaś, kiedy się dowiedziałaś, że stało się dla ciebie, że jesteś Żydówką?
¿Y cómo se enteró?
W jaki sposób się dokładnie dowiedziałaś o tym, że jesteś Żydówką?
Okay. It was not so easy for me and in general. The younger brother of my mother, he survived the war. When he was a young boy, he was a handsome man. But with years, he received strong Jewish faith. Rysy na niebie.
Muchas facciones judías.
Yes.
Le veía lo judío.
So strong. I did not meet him every day because he lived in another town. So when I went there and I saw my uncle, I could not believe this man is my uncle. Something wrong is with my family. There is some mistake, some error. Mistake.
Hay algún tipo de misterio. Hay algo que no
Mysterious, yes, some mistake. Well, and then I started to look. I remember that my mother once, when I entered university, my faculty was at that time called mathematics, physics, and chemistry. And my mother told me, my aunt was professor of chemistry at the Warsaw University. So I immediately asked her, say me, what was his name? And my mother answered, I do not have time. I don't want to speak with you. She did not want to tell me. My brother also did not want to. With brother about such problems I did not discuss. But I started to read. I started to look for some documents. And finally I discovered, I have found family, my mother family, of course, and on the side of her mother, because for unknown reason, the family on the side of my mother, father, I could not find. Recently, we have in internet, we have a page which is called in Polish Zapis Pamięci.pl. And on this page, there is my story. I told my story, written story. And suddenly I received a letter from Sydney, from Australia, where a young man told me that I am a family of his family. And as a matter of fact, it was true. And he sent me, through internet of course, the photo of my grandmother, the photo which I have never before seen. It was the first photo which I could see my grandmother before the war. So in such a way, I want to say that it is not ended process, that still the families, the Jewish families, still are looking for relatives and found them. The same, I may say that the same repeats in our association. My colleagues also find now these relatives in document, of course, not alive.
Yo solo quiero subrayar que ustedes entienden que el padre de la profesora fue polaco y la madre fue judía. Este tipo de matrimonios antes de guerra no fueron muy bien vistos por ambos lados. Entonces la familia de madre, la familia judía, se alejó de su hija porque amor es amor y ellos se enamoraron y dijeron que no importa qué dicen los otros, vamos a casarnos. Solo antes de la guerra me comentó unos años antes de la guerra, cuando ella se nació, la familia de mamá se acercó a ella porque quería conocer la nieta y por eso ella no tenía mucho contacto con la familia de la madre, que perdió realmente casi todos perdieron su vida en el holocausto.
Sí, antes de que te dieras cuenta que eras judía, ¿cuál era tu perspectiva o pensamiento sobre la Shoah? Y bueno, sobre los judíos. Ok. Pues...
Jakim jest stosunek do Holokaustu, czy jakoś specjalnie dotykało, czy to było też
You know, when I knew finally that I'm sure that I'm Jewish, my feelings were the same as before. It doesn't change anything. Before I was terrified of the lives of the people, of Jewish people who survived the war. And after, I could understand that my family had the same. With them, it happened very similar thing. So it does not change anything. I was adult, and my opinion about the world, about the war, was granted. Nothing changed.
Y de esta misma forma que ves el holocausto, ¿Tú de qué forma ves, por ejemplo, lo que está pudiendo pasar hoy en día, igualmente, por ejemplo, lo de los uigures en China o en Burma con los musulmanes, o lo mismo aquí entre Rusia y Ucrania, el perseguimiento ucraniano? Sí, pues obviamente tú siendo polaca, yo creo que lo es de primera mano, viendo muchos refugiados ucranianos en tu país recientemente.
W kontekście Ciebie jako osoby, która przeżyła Holokaust i tego, co się dzieje teraz na przykład w Ukrainie czy na Birmie.
Yes. You know, the situation in Ukraine for me is again big trauma because the war is seen in TV and you may follow all these crimes, terrible crimes, which are done during that war. And what the crimes, I did not know. After I knew about the crimes during the Second World War. But suddenly I saw in TV the ruined towns. I saw ruined Warsaw. I remember these ruins in town, in Warsaw. And it was the same on the screen. Another town, another people lost their possibility of life. You know, I remember it was for me I remember it well, that you see a half of building and on the fourth floor, for example, half of room, of sleeping room, of kitchen, something like it, because the bomb divided this building. And the same I see in Kiev. So it is repeating what happened in Africa. It was far away from me. I was very moved of the war in Yugoslavia, you know, because I could not believe that in Europe something like it could again happen. I could not believe. In Ukraine is the same, but if something is in Africa, it's for me too far.
Cuando te enteraste que eras judía, ¿intentaste llevar la religión judía de alguna manera?
Co mówisz?
Dowiedziałaś się, że jesteś Żydówką. Czy myślałaś o przejściu na judaizm?
No. Absolutely no. You know, we have in Warsaw Michael Szudrich. He is a rabbi. I like him very much, and I think that he likes me too. But he never tried to change me because it was too far away when I went out from the religion at all. And the religion for me is a kind of philosophy. So it would be too late. Now it would be not change of religion, but to take a new religion.
Cuando te enteraste que eras judía, ¿estabas enojada al respecto o estabas de acuerdo con que te lo hubieran ocultado?
Kiedy się dowiedziałeś, że jesteś Żydówką, czy miałeś jakieś uczucie pozytywne, czy negatywne, że jesteś Żydówką?
First of all, I did not know what I may do with this discovery. Where to go? To whom say, look, I'm Jewish, and somebody say me, what it means? What it means for you, for me, for other people. So it was not so easy for me. To be Jewish for me, now it means to belong to certain group of person, not religion, but community, to the community, yes. And you know that similar situation is with my friends from association. Only in my age, the young people, they changed, they became Jewish Orthodox, maybe not the Orthodox in total, but Orthodox. And for the people of my age, it is too late.
¿En algún momento ella se casó con alguien o tuvo hijos o no?
Czy wyszłaś za mąż, czy miałeś dzieci?
Czy co?
Czy wyszłaś za mąż, czy miałeś dzieci?
Yes. I married, and in Poland, and probably here too, there is a custom that when a woman married, change name for the name of husband. So my husband had a historical name, and I could not divide his name. I was obliged to take whole name. And still, this whole name I have, which is rather funny that I am Jewish with such a name.
Te quiero comentar que el nombre de la señora Eliva Kopyczyńska es el nombre de noble de la clase alta. No es tan común en Polonia tener dos nombres como ustedes tienen, de madre y el padre. Su nombre completo es nombre de su esposo. Eliva fue su escudo de la familia. Kopyczyński es su otra parte del nombre. Entonces ella, cuando se casó, aunque en Polonia es una costumbre que la mujer que tiene su maestría hizo su maestría bajo su nombre familiar, tiene dos nombres, su nombre de familia y nombre de su esposo, pero en su caso ella debería tener 3 apellidos. Entonces eso no fue posible, por eso tuvo que dejar su nombre de familia y aceptar el nombre completo de su esposo, Eliva Kopyczyński.
Yes, and the family of my husband, of course, did not know that I am Jewish, because also I did not know. So, but I am divorced for a long time, but with my previous husband, we are with very good relations. He is physicist too. We have common son. And you know, the world is changed. It does not matter what is your name or religion, even religion, especially if somebody is not follow any religion, like me.
Jóvenes, última pregunta porque tienen que irse a 2 preguntas más porque tienen que irse a la siguiente plática.
¿Cómo era el comportamiento de la población polaca después de la Segunda Guerra Mundial? Y si a ti te tocó ver y cómo era su comportamiento hacia los judíos después de la guerra.
Not good. Absolutely not good. There were, you know, this happened also in the case of my family. We escaped from Warsaw in order not to go to ghetto, because otherwise it would be obliged for us to go to ghetto. We escaped, and we left apartment with furniture, ubrania, yeah? Clothes, with everything. And we lost it. My mother came back after 5 years when the war was ended. And she was not nice received there, because this time everything just belonged to these new people. And it is not only the case of my family, but it happened in the whole country. The people came back to their property, which belonged to other people after the war. And even now, you know, Patricia, which we are together, she has written a book recently. Treasures is a name of the book. That family, the second, third generation of Jews which live in the United States, they come visit Poland because they want to see the place where grandfather was born. And even now, this new owner, also second, third generation of owners of some house, for example, even this person does not like these guests because they are afraid that they will reclaim these goods. So, and just after the war, the people did not like Jews because the Jews, besides that they wanted to take back their goods, but they also remembered that somebody told to German, look, there are Jews. They remember such things. So the people did not like to enter Jews. There were pogroms even, you know, so...
Solo que quiero comentar que después de la guerra, Jackie hoy comentó que 350 personas judías sobrevivieron y mucho de antisemitismo polaco después de la guerra tuvo base económica, porque los judíos, o unos que sobrevivieron, no muchos, sí, regresaban a sus departamentos, a sus casas, donde ya los polacos empezaron a vivir y les recibieron de una manera muy negativa, ¿sí? Les corrieron realmente. Y el 4 de julio de 1946, en mi ciudad natal, en Kielce, tuvo lugar un pogrom, el último pogrom del siglo XX, donde los habitantes de la ciudad atacaron un grupo de los judíos que se encontraba en un edificio y les mataron. 43 personas perdieron su vida y creo que mucho de este resentimiento antijudío tuvo que ver con lo económico, con la economía, que los polacos tenían miedo que los judíos que sobrevivieron van a regresar ahora y van a reclamar sus propiedades y ellos se van a quedar con nada. Entonces, y como resultado de este evento, casi 200.000 judíos después de la guerra decidieron emigrar a Israel y a otros países porque se dieron cuenta que después de todo lo que pasó no está seguro para ellos estar en Polonia. Solo un número muy bajo de los judíos, como la mamá de ella, decidió quedarse en Polonia y escondiendo su identidad judía.
Jóvenes, creo que Alexandra se merece un gran aplauso. Tiene 84 años y ha aguantado más que ustedes. Entonces, les agradezco mucho por su atención y les queda pendiente una plática, conocer a Patricia Dolowi para hablar